Welcome to Willow Springs in the Group 4 daily race. Now, choosing to go with the McLaren because we could pick the colour green was really optimal choice for this track. Starting off the race in P16, pretty much dead last. Car to the left choosing to also start dead last or forgetting to start said race. While this track does look pretty simple on the outside, it really is one of the more challenging tracks out there for the fact of a mistake is extremely detrimental. The runoff in this track is so large that I think it actually overtakes the Fast and Furious runway. Yeah, I know, incredible. And it really is easy for people to go off gardening. Well, actually it's more sandcastle building here, to be fair. But we just need to try and worm our way through. Although I think the Supra absolutely destroyed the Alfa Romeo there. Great thanks to the ghosting system right there for working its magic and letting us get through and away from that car. Just need to catch up to the pack of cars up ahead, which is another type of Alfa Romeo. And I think the yellow one is a Ferrari. I think this corner really is one of the more difficult corners to get right, because the latter half of the corner as we come over towards start finish line gets much tighter. So keep it to the left and then bring it back in really tight. The last opportune moment seems to be the way to take that corner most effectively. If you follow the curve round, you usually end up going guarding or into the pits. Been there, done that, and got several t-shirts from making that same mistake from not learning the first time. Another car in the drink, and away we go. Catch up to what was a Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo just ahead of that. Hey look, there's Fast and Furious in the race, and we were just making a joke about them a minute ago. Interesting. Wonder who's driving. Thing is, once we get past said car, it's also easy for said car to bump you off the track here as well. So we have to be mindful of positioning once we do commit to an overtake and not get bundled off in, let's say, this corner here. And there is a perfect example of what we was trying to explain. We've done pretty well up to now, let's be honest. Started off at P16, now up to P11. That could have been a P10, but a little bit of elbows were introduced. Thankfully, the Supra may well hold up the Alfa by the looks of it. No, the Alfa went and undertook the Supra. Or is it overtaken? Who knows? Who cares? Either way, we're going to get a little bit of a bump love, get a bit more speed as we go around the corner. Hopefully, they may end up going gardening here. Not too sure, bit of funkiness going on there. And an elbow to the side off the track we go. Doing better than that. Stationary car to our right hand side, up to P8 we go. Catching up to the wolf pack of cars up in front and getting away from the Fast and Furious crew behind us. We're going to get a lovely run up behind of this Ferrari. Hopefully we'll be able to make a move on the final part of this corner, carry that little bit more momentum. We are coming up towards the end of this race itself. If all goes to plan, we should be able to get a nice old kickback. There it is. Carried a load of momentum into that corner. A little bit close from the Ferrari to our left hand side. Obviously, loving the green colour that we have chosen for this car, and just wanted that closer look. Getting a little bit nervous. Again, the runoff is miles long, and yeah, it really is an absolute animal when you go into the sand pit there. But we did overtake the Ferrari. Ferrari is looking to make a move back, and there is that move. One elbow off the track we go. Bouncy bounce, spin around, and yeah, that was that position down the toilet. It's actually quite hard to recover this car as well. Once it goes, it goes. Quite frustrating really, because lap 6 of 7, about to cross the start finish line. We're going to be lap 7, final lap, and that happens. Yeah, this is why I say, while this track looks simple and is quite wide and enjoyable, that car has gone gardening is a prime example of when it goes wrong in a big way, to be honest. But finishing the race off in position 6, gained 10 places overall, Cannot grumble too much. And to be fair, the Ferrari guy does apologize for the elbow off the track, which fair play to them, didn't have to, and it's much appreciated. Starting again off in last place almost in the McLaren, overtaking one car already, which is absolutely ideal. It does set a good start to the race. Overtaking two cars, which again is even more ideal. Although now we've lost 2 places magically. What isn't ideal is the moment that's about to happen right now. Thanks to the white Acura, we've had an absolute blast and great start to the race. At least we come off the track and back on it facing the right direction. So it's more of a case now of picking up where we failed or left off and try and catch up to the pack of cars up in front. Although they were 7 seconds away, we have gained a position, overtaking Red Bull to our right hand side. That is 1 position gain, 6 seconds away to the car up in front, which by the end of lap 1 is parked in the lawn on the right hand side, just 7 seconds away from the next victim that we need to overtake. And overtaking is prohibited, fair enough. Someone's in the drink, away we go up to position 11, which is absolutely ideal considering the start of the race we have just had. As you can see on the map, everybody is vastly spread out because, like I say, if you go off the track, it's so detrimental. The runoff is so big that it takes forever to get back on. And that's provided you get back on. It's a bit rough, that sand to the right hand side. 2 seconds away from the car up in front. I think that is a 2-car heated battle that may well develop in our favour. Who knows? But I'm not too sure where that white NSX has gone. That crash was satisfying. You hear that whack into the wall. That Lamborghini met said pixels at an alarming rate and discovered how many were in creating that wall. 2 seconds away from position 7, which is getting a lot closer at now 1.4 seconds away. They're in the Alfa Romeo 4C, which does seem to be the OP car or the choice car of this race. By the looks of it, there is that black car from earlier, so we have managed to catch up quite a good bit. Okie dokie, that's another position gained. Things are falling in our favour, that's all I can say. I mean, considering the start of the race we've had, now we're up to position 7. Really, if things keep going on like this, we should be up to at least P5 in no time. I mean, while it is lap 6 or 7, we may well be able to overtake Dr. Steen up in front, who is now only 1.3, 1.1 second away. That final corner really can make some incredible time on, and then catching up to, thanks to a bit of slipstream, Dr. Steen up ahead may well be in for a good shout here. While it is our final lap, a person did quit the race. We have now been bumped up to P6. Absolutely ideal. I mean, wow, what a race. Nope, take that back. There's a white Ferrari we have just overtaken, now up to P5. Just need to take over Dr. Steen up ahead, and those wheels and spoiler are very obtuse, maybe the word for it. Not too sure. Overtaken has been committed. I think one of us are Casper, because they managed to work a way through us, and then, yeah, not too sure what's happened there, but they claimed that position back. Break into this corner now, and yeah, that one was on me. Yeah, honestly, I didn't think they would slow down that much, and I thought either they're giving the position back or they were going to stay out a little bit wider. Wasn't the case. Clearly, I read the situation wrong, gave them a bit of a love tap, but we're up to P4, so yeah, I don't know. This was just one of those races where really being consistent and making sure we don't go off the track ourselves has actually benefited a substantial amount. I mean, we did start off last, now we're up to P4, crossing that finish line and moving on to the choice car of this race, which is the Alfa Romeo 4C. Just realised we was actually 28 seconds off the leader there. Crazy, I know, but being in the Alfa 4C should provide us that little bit of boost we need to gain a better position. Starting off almost last, P15 here. The Alpha is very low down and a very smaller, agile car, let's be honest. If all goes to plan, we're going to bunny hop ourselves from car to car to car. First off is this Ferrari. Not only that, never know what's going to happen up in front. You've seen the previous 2 races. Anything's fair game by the looks of it, and many cars fall victim to said track. Speaking of the devil, there's one Ferrari off into the sandcastle abyss. There you go. Catch up to this Lamborghini up in front, which is sporting a quite unique livery. And I like the blue and yellow. It looks quite nice, to be honest. Question about online racing though. Is it better to rent a car or to own the car? Because I can only see it as a con really to own the car. Besides being able to put your own livery on it, you have to maintain it and you don't have to maintain rentals. While you can't put liveries on it, it seems to be cheaper overall because the payout is the same. I don't know if you know more than I do, please let me know down below. Not 100% sure on what the better outcome is. Backing out from the situation, gonna try and slingshot it through this final corner here and make it work, which it has. Overtaking the Lamborghini, gonna try and catch up to that Supra, overtake said Supra, and you can see the wolf pack of cars up ahead, which should battle quite heavily, and well, let's be honest, we should benefit from that. There's a lot of dust. 2 cars have gone wide, one Bugatti Veyron and one who has managed to recover and get themselves back on course. Supra working their way up the inside of the Porsche. Yabba Dabba Doo. I just realised their name. What a name. Absolutely brilliant. Credit where credit is due. Lovely livery, lovely name. Let's all have some fun. Well, 2 wide with Yabba Dabba Doo, who's managed to keep hold of their position. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we've done exceptionally well. This is lap 2. We've made up, what, 5 positions, so we're up to P10. And not only that, not many people have gone sandcastle building, which is also very nice. Do you mind? Give me a bit of space. We need to also overtake and give space to the Supra to try and get back on the track as well. Yeah. Well, that's 2 positions gained, and Yabba Dabba Doo was breaking away. If all goes to plan, should be able to slingshot them on this final corner, go out wide, and then bring it in nice and tight. Try and kiss that curb on the inside, get very close to it, and try not to go off there because it's very bumpy and you will 9 times out of 10 be facing the wrong direction. Again, voice of someone has done it before. Dear me. Catch up to Yabba Dabba Doo, who is also catching up to position 6 up ahead. We may gain another position here because I think there's a car parked at the side of the track and assessing all the castles that were built in the previous races. Probably a judge for all we know. Really not many have been built in this race, which is really funny how it just works out like that, you know. While all this has been going on, we are actually catching up to the Wolfpack of cars up in front. I'm gonna think about making a move up the inside of the Porsche there, but ultimately backed out due to not wanting the situation to develop due to a crash. Doesn't make us look good, if you understand what I mean. Although you could argue it's a racing incident, still frustrating for a said incident to happen for both parties when we can control a little bit more at our end. There is still plenty of time in this race for things to further develop in our favour, and also plenty of time in this race for ourselves to crash. So you never know your luck, and it's just best to be a little bit more patient in certain circumstances. And talking about luck on our side, the Porsche did go off the track there, which is only going to slow them down, which is also going to bring us up closer behind them. The only concern really is the car behind. We don't want the car behind to also enter what we have going on at the moment, and if that was to be the case, that they were able to catch up and start making ground upon us, then ourselves are going to have to push and try and get past this Porsche and bunny hop past the Dodge Viper as well, get away from everything else that is going on. At the moment, 2.3 seconds away is absolutely ideal. Gives us a great bit of breathing space to work on the cars up ahead. Now the Porsches look like they are pushing that car a little bit more, taking a bit more of a risk, which only benefits us really, because you know they're under pressure, or they're trying to get past the Viper, or they feel the pressure from us, and that kind of pressure hopefully invoke a mistake. I mean, we're going to have it up the inside here now. We're going to have the long sweeping corner coming up in a moment. We're going to have the inside line if all goes to plan. Yeah, that plan's gone out the window because they got the slipstream from the Viper. So we're going to tuck ourselves in behind. But if we take this final corner spot on, we should be able to slingshot our way back up behind them. And that looks like to be the case. Come on, turn, baby. That's it. Side by side with the Porsche. To get past this Porsche and tuck ourselves back in. To try and gain a bit of that slipstream from the Dodge Viper up ahead. Up to P5. Absolutely ideal. Hopefully that Porsche doesn't come back to attack us. They are very close on the radar. 3 temps away at the moment, which is in the firing line. Just need to overtake Ravemeister up ahead. And that'll be position 4 in the bag. What a lovely car to be driving as well. SRT Dodge Viper. Great choice. Although I don't think it's going to be the quickest in this race. Certainly putting up a good challenge. Oops, steady. Nearly went off the track there. Ultimately backed out from that situation because it didn't look like they was going to ghost. And if they didn't ghost and went into the side of us, that would have been our race over as well. Not ideal. So precaution is probably better than getting whacked off the track. Yeah, that's probably the best way of putting it. Up to position 4. Only one more car to overtake. And we have podium in the bag. P3 is 1 second away in the Alfa Romeo 4C. Got a Dodge Viper breathing all over us. Not ideal, but ultimately, by the looks of it there, nope, we're going too wide through here. Steady. Good job we backed out, is all I can say, because that would have been us sent into the Shadow Realm. No two ways about it. We're still on the track though, guys. Still on the track. And that is what matters. We have 2 laps remaining to make this work. Can we get onto the podium by the end of this race? Fingers crossed. I mean, we're not under pressure from Yabba Dabba Doo. Yabba Dabba Doo is now 2.7 seconds away, 2.8 seconds away. And it's actually quite a tongue twizzler to say that twice in a row almost. But Ravemeister having a moment. Going to give him a little kiss to get going. We will overtake them. Hopefully that kiss will get into the head to think that we're fair. We're going to overtake them, get past them, and... Yep. Well, problem solved, I guess. 3 seconds away from the Alfa Romeo 4C up ahead. Delayed due to the other cars. Oh my gosh, it could not get any luckier than that, could it? Oh, they quit as well. Well, that's what it looks like anyway, because this car just suddenly disappeared. Who knows? But I'm not grumbling. We're 2.3 seconds away from Yabba Dabba Doo behind us. 11.9 seconds away from position 2 up ahead. By the looks of it on the map though, those 2 cars are battling with each other. You never know your luck. An accident may form. 12-second lead can be easily diminished by 1 collision. My gosh. P3 at the moment is in the bag. We just need to make sure we do not fall off the track. 2.6 seconds away from Yabba Dabba behind us. We need to keep pace, but we also need to make sure we are careful in any situation. We are 1 crash away from losing podium position, but we are also 1 lap away from finishing this race and claiming P3. 2 cars up ahead now, 10 seconds away. We found a second upon them. They are definitely battling. Are they battling to the extremes that may cause a situation that we benefit from? You never know your luck. Wow, we have not set the best lap here yet though. 120.871. What's our lap? 122s. Be interesting to know actually at the end of this lap whether we get the fastest lap as well, because we're not in traffic. So that may well make a huge difference. Car behind now 3.5 seconds away. Still 10.8 seconds away from position 1 and 2. By the looks of it, they fought fairly, stayed with each other and didn't crash. But we have got P3 in the bag with 117, 118, 119, 120, 121. So close. 1 second off the best lap of this race. P3 in the bag. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.